a short few minutes of it before I went about my way. Stuff like that. And so I watched Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Loved it. That was a good movie. Uh, it lacked, or maybe I'm remembering this wrong, but it lacked a lot of the misogyny and like sexual discrepancies that the other John Hughes movies are riddled with. I enjoyed it a lot more than I can the other movies now that I'm an adult. I really thought it was going to be super bad. But it was good. I also watched Gone with the Wind. Took forever. I watched it once. It was great. Blah blah blah. I also watched The Sound of Music. That was good. Sound of Music was cute, I guess. Yeah, it was cute. It was a little like I get why it's called The Sound of Music. She loved to sing. They wanted her out of the covenant. All that. It was good. The kids were cute. They were singing. Everybody loves everybody. Oh my God. In Gone with the Wind, I literally had to pause it. The kid put up the one kid in the one part of the movie puts up the little Hitler hand. And I was like, that wasn't a film. And don't get me wrong, I'm aware that shit was common and that like they put it in everything back in the day when fucking Nazis thought they were cool. But I was like not expecting it to be, I don't know. I had to take a minute. I was like, did he really just fucking do that? And I had to take a minute, and then I like ranted to my kids like how big of a piece of shit that the Nazis are and all of that. So yeah, that one was rough. I'm trying to think of the other ones that I watched. I feel there was definitely more. I watched a few more, but I can't think of them right now. And then, so that was New Year to me. And then in February, I did, of course, Black History Month. For the record, Black history is American history. Should be included in all teachings all year round, along with Indigenous history and other cultures, Asian, Hawaiian, all of it. Moving on. For Black History Month, what did I watch? I watched The South Side with You, the Michelle and Obama little love story. That was cute. Very, very cute. Kind of thought Obama used to be a little bit of a douchebag. Like if he was portrayed correctly, he was a bit of a douchebag to Michelle. But hey, they're married. He's president, she's first lady. Like, what does my opinion have to say on it? You know what I mean? Just thought he could have had a little better manners. We all got flaws, I guess. I also watched Hidden Figures. Oh, I made a TikTok about this one. Hidden Figures, such a good movie. And here's the thing. Like, I love space and have always loved space. My parents used to take us, to go watch the little rockets go off and everything when I lived down in Florida for a little bit when I was a kid and all that. And space has always been the most exciting thing to me. Planets and solar systems and constellations, all of it. Rockets, the science behind it. I suck at math. I swear to God, if I was even a little bit good at math, I would have gone to the sciences. So I watched that, and I'm watching these Black women just be absolute powerhouses. Like, they're just wonderful. Like, from the very beginning, it shows how each one of them are individually different and remarkable in their own way, but how they, one, none of them left the other behind. Two, they stood their ground in all things. And three, they they forced change. And I think that that's great. And I do not like to watch movies, or I choose to not watch movies that depict Black people's pain in a graphic way anymore. I don't need to watch that and make it a spectacle. And I don't do that because Black people have asked me that. Black women have asked us not to do that. So there are certain movies where I'm like, I'm not going to watch that. But Hidden Figures showed triumph without showing these women like it wasn't a spectacle. It was a like miracle to watch, I guess. Not miracle, but it was a blessing to be able to watch their stories. Their stories are stories that absolutely should be told. And I know for a fact there are millions of other stories of Black men and women just like them that need to be told, that should rightfully be told in history every day. So that was great. I watched another one and I can't remember it, and I'm trying to think about it. Oh, what was it? Oh, I watched Nope. I watched Nope. And here's something, going back to how I said that Black men and women have asked us not to view their awful history as a spectacle, like to not make a spectacle of it. I realized, and I had to confront a bias, maybe a bias, or I'm trying to think. Anyways, I'll explain it and then we'll figure out what the word for it is. When I was watching Nope, okay, this movie is great. It's also terrifying. Like, it talks about, like, it's aliens. It's a science fiction. I don't like science fiction, but this movie was good. So it's aliens. They're coming around. Guy lives on like a ranch that used to be an old like an old tourist attraction, and there was like a TV show with a monkey or a chimp, I'm assuming. Chimp goes crazy, kills everybody on the thing, and then like a shoe is standing up, and there it shows like the clips throughout the movie, but the clips get progressively worse and worse until it shows the entire story of what happened, right? Whole time aliens are coming. There's like this big thing over the house and all that. It's real freaky. Am I mixing two movies up? That would be terrible if I was mixing two movies up, but I feel like I'm not. I feel like I'm not. So anyways, the whole time I'm waiting for like something racist to happen to the Black people in the movie. I'm waiting for some white person to come out and be racist to them. I'm waiting for like some fucked up shit to happen to the Black people. And not excitedly. You know, I'm fully prepared to be like, oh, fuck this movie and fuck what they did. But it has nothing to do with that. It's not a historic movie. It's not telling a story other than this is a movie about aliens and a chimpanzee that went crazy and killed everybody. And it just so happens to have Black actors and actresses in it. Like, that's the movie. And it's great. Like, it's great. It just occurred to me that I was expecting something else. I was expecting it to be some kind of historical thing, a display, a spectacle, for white people to observe. And I will not look at movies like that anymore. The movie was great. The funniest part is literally, and I did he said it thing because he's driving down this like driveway area, dirt road, and he like gets out of the truck, sees this big alien thing above him, and says, "Nope," and gets right back in the truck. And I just thought it was the funniest thing. It was great. The whole movie was good. It was terrifying. That chimpanzee part, that was scary. Um, but yeah, so that was Black History Month. March, I did Women's History, and I did not really. I watched The Witch. I watched Midsummer. I'm trying to think. There was a few others that I watched. No, there was only one other that I watched that was specifically. Anyways, The Witch is great. I love how in the beginning she's the most innocent, like God-fearing little girl that you could imagine, and her father thinks that she's the absolute devil and ostracizes her from her family, her mother and her siblings. And then at the very end, she's literally like, I'm a fucking witch. You're all dead. Sucks to suck. I'm gonna have fucking sex with this devil demon guy. Love that for her. Um, it does paint witches in like a very satanic sort of devil worshipping kind of thing. And as a witch, I do not worship the devil. Um, although if I had to pick a side of the Christians, I would choose the devil. But I don't really worship deities, so occasionally I'll bring them into my practice and like ask for aid or assistance or guidance with certain things, but I don't exactly pray to them on the regular. And then April, I didn't really do anything. I've read a couple books. I read All I Wanted Was Sushi, but I got abducted by aliens instead. That book's weird. Weird, weird, weird. Still loved it. 10 out of 10. A lot of tentacle porn. Mm, it has a chubby main character, which I love. And then I just finished today, like half hour ago, The Vampire in the Bookstore. That book, unfortunately, like I feel like it could have been longer. It could have told more of a story, but really, like it was so much build up of her love of books and blah blah blah. It literally all happened in one night or whatever, and it's just a sex scene. That's all it is, which is great. Like the sex was hot or whatever, but like the smut was appealing. But I feel like there could have been so much more story and more love like put around it, and I hope she makes more that tells more of their stories versus just the sex, because that kind of bummed me out. Um, and that's it for today. Uh oh, hold on. I did get to go see a choir fest. It's called Pima Choir Fest up in Erie, PA. Yes, my daughter was in the choir and it was great. And so I love her. And it was good. The kids did great. The kids did wonderful. I cried. I brought her flowers. Every child did so well. They even had a little orchestra there. That was great. Oh, wait, nope, that was the school one. They did not have an orchestra at the choir fest. It was just choir. So that was good. And then I keep hearing music down. We live by a bridge that has a music fest over there, so we get to sit on our porch and listen to the music. And that is great. And that's all for me today. I I hope you have a good day. And I will see you when I make the next episode. Bye.